Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving back into some PvP tier list action as New Year's has brought a bunch of new characters and the meta has been completely shifted up. And to help me out today, I did bring along a fellow Spoon Titan, my homie, Itachi. How are you today, my friend?
I'm good. You, Stump?
Good, man. Welcome to the channel. Now,
thank you. It's time.
It is time. Itachi is a big Rumble stan. He loves the game mode, and I thought, hey, I'll bring on another set of lips and another set of ears for you guys to help break down these particular characters. We're going to go into last month's tier list. We're going to change up a few things, bring in some different characters from New Year's, and sort of talk about how the meta has shifted, and give some thoughts and opinions on said characters. Hopefully it helps you guys build some PvP teams, but don't take our word as law, as this is all opinion-based. And if you do disagree with anything, let us know in the comment section below. While you're down there, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and check out the description, because I'm going to link Itachi's channel. This man does put out content, so make sure to give him some love. And you ready to dive in?
Yes, thank you.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, awesome. So the first thing we're going to change here, under Itachi's request, we are going to make a top 10. And yes, we are going to shift obviously 5 more characters up, and I think we need to change it up. We're going to make the top 10 from 1st to 10th as well, so the characters that you see in order will be the characters that we rank in terms of our top 10. So, is there any character you would like to make a statement for to bring to the top 10, my friend?
Any Snake Man.
Gotta be, right? Gotta be. And honestly, for me, yep, I have to bring him like here. I think he's arguing as
top
like
2 or top 1.
You reckon he's top 1? Oof. I don't know if I can put him above Gear 5, but I will definitely put him second.
Yeah.
I definitely will put him second. I think this unit just makes strength teams like so scary to fight. Like, if I see Strength Statement on a team and there's like some other really good units around him, I'm just like, no, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm good.
It's scary, like Roger and Whitebeard.
Pretty much, yeah. But I think with Luffy, right, like Luffy brings so much to the strength team, where Roger and Whitebeard they're just scary, like because of what they do. However, Luffy has the support for other units to keep other units alive, and he's a demon, bro. His damage is crazy.
Yeah.
The next year, well, I'm going to bring this unit up. I know you don't like them. I know you've got a quarrel against them, but Nami Korean have to be in the top 10, man. Like, they are just so disgusting on defensive teams. In offensive teams, like, they wreck stuff. The only problem is they're quite slow. However, if you hybrid them with this Luffy Yamato situation going on, you can do some big damage output. I don't know where I want to put them in the top 10, but I think at the moment they just have to be there.
That sounds good, yeah.
Alright, we need 3 more units for our top 10. Next units, I think we both agree on Jack, right? Jack's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Jack just goes on so many teams. Strength teams, striker teams, rainbow teams. He's a beast.
He's a beast.
The HP cuts, the grand party shenanigans that he has, he's fantastic. Like, these two together as well, it's an absolutely feral combination on the striker team. Yeah. Jack, and then you hit the fixed damage, and then you have Luffy Yamato coming in off the bench. Absolute monster of a unit. I definitely think he needs to be the top 10. Probably the back end of the top 10 though.
Yep.
Just because he's like
I think also Luffy Yamato is going down for me pretty much. But
you think Luffy Yamato's down, like down here? Surely you got to have him in the top 10 though for what they can do.
Top 10, yes. But I used to Zoro and Jack more.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, we'll leave it like that for now, just so it looks nice on my screen. And then we'll come back to the last 2 units as we go on. But as for Godly, there is a character I do want to move straight away, and I know you'll be happy about this. I'm going to bring Law Kid down. Yeah. They need to come down to like Terrific with advantage. They are really, really good. Yeah. I love them on a Free Spirit team, but like I'm only ever using this unit when you're versing Powerhouse Driven. Unlike Wano Law, they don't really provide too much to the Free Spirit team. I think the problem is also that they don't target Powerhouse. Yeah.
So if you have like mixed team, they miss maybe the Powerhouse.
Yes, that they do like a defense down drop, right? And then they...
Yeah.
Oh no, they attack. Their attack doesn't hit the Powerhouse characters. They drop the defense for Powerhouse, but they don't really attack. Yeah, that's a good shout. Character I want to move up from here too is Shiryu. With the release of the new quick slasher meta, I think he has to come up here into meta. Like, he has to be there. Yep. Kind of like with Cracker. How Cracker sort of just, like, goes on a slasher team and is just so good.
Agree.
I'm gonna move K-Dad from meta, has to come up to godly. Obviously, with some of the characters that we're going to be talking about, with the slasher meta getting a huge buff, K-Dad's just they're too good. Especially with this Dex Odin. I don't know where I put him on the tier list. The 20 cost.
The 20 cost.
Yeah, the 20 cost Dex Odin. I was doing some fun stuff with Yamato, and then I just had K-Dad on the team, and I think I forgot to put him on the tier list actually. The 20 cost Odin. He just goes on the bench, and then you just have K-Dad popping off like he's passive, he's great special, and then Yamato buffs Odin as well, because Yamato buffs the Dex and Quick slashes.
Yeah.
As for up here, I think we're going to move, like, as good as Moria and Uta is, I think they just have to come down, because Int sucks so badly right now.
Like, my string team, 3 of them are resistance to off stats, like Ace, Luffy, Kaido. So Moria is going down.
Yeah, well, we'll put them in meta for now because like they are the meta int team. But like I said, like all these characters here are just like unfortunately like they're not bad. It's just that the team is just so bad. I would make probably a case for like Dory and Brogy to move up, but like you're only ever using them on the bench nowadays.
Yeah, I think so too.
Other characters that I think can come down. I think Kid can come down.
Kid is for
Kid's a great option, but nowadays Strength just has way better options. Like way better options.
Yeah. I think so too.
Kaku. Would you make an argument for Kaku to come up?
I would put him in maybe advantage.
Yeah, I agree. I only ever use Kaku now with Terrific with Advantage. He was really good on that Strength slasher team, but again, Strength has sort of evolved into this disgusting powerhouse that Terrific with Advantage is his best spot.
I want to put Toki in meta, but
Toki in meta. I will bring
or great.
Okay, I'll bring Toki to meta, even though I only ever really use Toki against Dex. However, Toki's
when I face like shooter teams or side teams, I always bring her in case you get binded.
Correct.
She can save you.
She still works on the Strength team otherwise. But if I'm going to do that, I'm bringing Kobe up here. I think Kobe
is godly.
Kobe's a demon, bro. What Kobe does with haste and 30% cooldown reductions for these two units is so good. Like it is so good. Seeing Luffy be like at 80% charge and then getting haste and getting a full special and then just seeing him kill the whole team is just so funny. Like it's so funny to watch.
If straight teams last like more than 50 seconds and they go again, it's over. Like when Kobe put the shield and everything, like you can't win.
Yeah, Kobe's like the shield is just like a nice little cherry on top too. Like for me, the shield isn't like his saving grace. It's just that haste ability can be so devastating.
And he also does CT reduction, right?
Yeah, you just need to have a Straw Hat on the team, but that's where like this Sanji is so good because you can just put him on the bench.
I think this tier is fine. Maybe Luffy. Yeah.
I think Luffy needs to come down. Luffy's got to come down to meta. He's still really good on the Dex team, but like most of the time nowadays that you're only using Dex if you're versing quick. I don't think the Dex team is really ever in a position where you're actually
Dex is
running.
Falling off.
Yeah, you're running Dex as like that staple team. Nowadays it's what? Slashes, Free Spirit, Strength, Psy. Those are the teams that are kind of like disgustingly strong to just use against anything that you want in the game.
He's nice to have, but Dex is falling off.
And they need some speed. Yamato down to Terrific with Advantage as well. She's like one of the best options with Advantage, but like way better than something like Corazon. But I guess maybe Great, because you can still use her on the team.
I think she's overrated. I think she's nice and terrific.
Oh, bro, if you're versing quick, I run like her. I put Sobermask in the front with his level limit break, Dalton in the front, and then these two together. And it's over. Like it's so over. Dofi on the bench, and you're cooking.
And go up to the chef. What's his name?
The chef?
The Sai one. Go up.
Oh,
yeah, beside Kuzan.
Oh,
Susan, yeah.
Yep.
He should go down.
Yeah, I agree.
Great, maybe.
I reckon he's probably just great now. I don't think he's better than Smoothie, so I'd put him down here.
Yeah, maybe Hina can go up.
Hina's pretty good, actually. I don't know if Hina's meta though, because I don't find Hina like a spot on the striker team.
Yeah.
Like, she definitely can go on the striker team, but I just don't find that she works too well. Like, her Kuzan with Whitebeard Roger's nice, but, like, Sasaki just seems to be a better fit.
Yeah. Smoothie and...
so that was what I was about to dive into. These three characters here. Now, we're going to get a little bit into the slasher meta, as Slasher's got a huge buff for New Year's. But because of that, these three characters are all just disgusting at the moment. So I'm going to bring Smoothie... Yeah. I'm going to bring Smoothie up into Godly, because I think on that team, she's so good. Like, she is so disgusting.
Yeah, easy.
However,
Godly.
The Momo and the Hiyori are very, very interesting. The Hiyori can give CD reduction by 20%, and she gives defense and action blinds, but Momo's your damage dealer. For me, I think Smoothie is way more valuable than both these units on the team.
Interesting, okay.
But I haven't ran Momo yet. Momo's damage output is really, really, really good. And the CD reduction of Hiyori is awesome as well. But I find when you're replacing someone on the team, I don't think Smoothie can be replaced on that quick slasher team.
Interesting. I will put them both in Godly too.
You put them both in Godly?
Yeah, I think so. For now, this month, but we will see how... Maybe time passes.
We'll put them up here in Godly then. Up here. But then I want to make an argument to drop Akainu. Because I think Akainu has now just met his match. And if you're not versing strength, Akainu is kind of falling off. He's a good option though. Like, he's a great option for that quick team if you don't have the quick slashes. But for me, I'm always running these quick slashes now.
He's good for the first 40 seconds. Then after that, like you want him to die, pretty much.
Yeah. So he's really good. So for me, I'd rather have Shiryu. Fuji and Blue Jam can probably stay up there just for their bench capabilities. But for me, I'm always running Inuyasuma.
I agree.
And then...
I think Godly is good.
Alright, looking at meta now. This Zoro, I think I agree with you in terms of this Zoro getting dropped down. He's very good on the
It's an option. Yeah.
But I think he's just great. Kind of like Shank's Buggy, right? It's just good damage output.
Exactly.
Plus, obviously, with Zoro Sanji coming into the fray, it's hard to sort of find a spot for both of them on the slasher team. So that was the character I replaced on my slasher team for this new character that we'll talk about in a second. I haven't really used Bullet, but I have seen him on some defensive teams do some crazy things at the back end in terms of the bench. But I think
that's alright.
I think I'm going to drop him to great as well. I think he's just another solid bench option, kind of like Porkamy, even like the monsters. I think the monsters are going to come down to an option nowadays. They don't really see too much play. Kawamatsu, bringing Kawamatsu up, I think. Can come up into great.
I haven't used him.
Yeah, just because slashes are so good at the moment. If you don't have Cracker level Limit Break 5 super evolved, but you have Kawamatsu, that's the straight swap in.
Him. Yeah.
And Kizaru is a great option too, but again, the investment difference is just so high. You only need one copy of Kawamatsu and you can cook.
I think Kuma also is whatever these days.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I think Kuma can be dropped down into option nowadays. Just because, again, there's just so many other options that work way.
And you also need to pull dupes for him, to level him up. So it's hard to max him.
Definitely. As for everything else, I think everything else seems pretty fine. We've got this great unit bad team category, which is good fun. But I think we need to bring Shinobu and Raizo up. They definitely need to come up. They are a disgustingly good.
I will put them in Godly. Yeah.
Yeah, they are
easy.
They are disgustingly good. The action bind, 100% chance to action bind is so underrated. If you literally action bind the entire team, they can't do anything, and it's then you just start putting pot shots in, and because their defense buff is technically rainbow, as long as they take damage, you can chuck this unit on a team, this unit on a team, this unit on a team, this guy on a team, and then just run this guy for funsies, and it's over. Like it's so over.
If a shooter were meta, like they could almost crack top 10, maybe, but for now,
I like honestly for me, I would have them as my 10th unit in top 10.
Yeah,
they are that good just to be chucked on a rainbow team and just provide the action might and the defense buff, and then have like Luffy buffing them too. Like this team goes to the goddamn moon. It's kind of scary. So I'll put them up here for now. At the back end, but I would have them like 10th.
Like Luffy Yamato is also like a bench unit these days. Like
nowadays, but I mean, if you're running a free spirit team and you don't have 2 Gear 5s, they slide straight in.
Yep.
I also did some testing as well with Nami Karina. Nami Karina, because Nami Karina slows down the fight, keeps this unit alive for the back end, and then after 50 seconds, you can just decimate the entire team.
And
Fuji Kizaru, man, like this unit's crazy.
Put him up. They still deserve.
The problem is, like, I just don't know where you run them. That's not shooters. Like, I can't see a place for them unless you're on a shooter team.
Yeah, okay, then you can put them back maybe.
But that would be the next unit that I would definitely move up. Like,
also Sayuta is also nice. Like,
again,
this shooter
team's good, man. Like what shooters have got going is really, really nice. Like Izo kind of sucks, but honestly, I'm gonna bring Izo in. Izo's trash.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Izo's whatever. But yeah, what this shooter team's doing, like these characters, I versed a shooter team actually on defense, and it clapped me.
The quick Kuzan, like you can put him in great, I think, because he on the top right corner.
Oh, the Kizaru?
Yeah, because you can put him in, like, just on the bench.
I actually agree. He's actually a really good bench option. You can just, like, have him come in and go crazy. Well, that's the tier list of old. Now we can kind of scroll down here. Take a look at some of these characters. All of these units down here are just kind of, like, don't worry about these units. You don't have to level any of these characters up. But there is
maybe that Usopp?
Sorry?
Usopp? Usopp?
Oh, in Usopp. Yeah, he's got to come up to the great unit bad team.
Yeah.
He got a resurgence. He makes this unit so good. Like these two together with the cooldown reduction and then this character going off is just disgusting. Alright. We'll make our way down to the bottom where we have a bunch of characters to go through. We have a lot of characters to go through. We have a new PvP rare recruit. We had a treasure map legend, and I forgot to actually put bath time Luffy on this tier list as well. We have Otama. We have the new 6+ Shanks. We have the New Year's legends. We have the 6+ of lore, and then we have the exchange ace character. We're going to start it off with Int Ace, the Pirate Festival rare recruit. This character can do some interesting stuff against Sai. We quickly read him before we jumped into a chat, and he has the ability to halve Sai character's defense for 5 seconds, and then does 3.2 times his attack in a large radial range. So, if you're going up against Sai, I feel like his damage output can be really, really good, but I don't really see him used anywhere else.
Yeah, I agree. He has his place versus Sai, and that's it.
So we'll stick him in Terrific with advantage for now, because I think that's pretty much the only place that he really goes. And alongside him, in terms of the int meta, Shanks 6+. He got a very interesting level limit break and 6+, where he also is very, very good against Sai. He does a lot of damage to Sai, like a lot of damage. And he's... Go on.
Sai.
Go on.
Okay. He's the same like the rest of them, like anti-Sai unit.
Yeah, but the upside to him is that he's not a powerhouse or driven character. So when you go up against something like Wano Law, you don't have to worry about like taking 4 years to actually go off. And his damage output is crazy against Sai. Like it's nuts.
Yeah.
So that's his biggest strength. And I think that's what Ace is going to like shine as well. Because they're not driven powerhouse units, you don't have to worry about Wano Law just nerfing them into the ground.
Yeah. I think Int needs to have that.
Yeah, Int.
Not the driven and powerhouse.
Yeah, they need to start moving away from driven powerhouse, I feel. Alright, next we've got Green Bull. Green Bull's an interesting one. I don't know if you've seen too much with Green Bull. It has a 50% HP cut, which is wild. However, if you have a level limit break 4 or higher Blackbeard, this Blackbeard up here, he doesn't really find a place on the quick team. The Dex team. However, a 50% HP cut is nothing to scoff at.
It's solid. Like, it's an option for Blackbeard, probably.
What's his name? Rio.
Do you want to put him in meta or?
So you can give a level 5 HP and defense buff to Dex, and if he's below 50% HP, he applies level 5 attack and CT buff to himself. And then his special does a 50% HP cut to all enemies, and when HP is 50% or below, he restores 50% of his HP to himself.
Okay.
He's on a 40-second cooldown though, so the HP cut is actually like disgusting, and then he can just sort of just keep reviving himself, but you do have to get that CT reduction, which he gives himself when you get below 50%. So I feel like he could be a really, really, really annoying unit on defensive teams. He's a powerhouse unit, so he works really, really well alongside stuff like Pell. I think he's definitely in with the meta when it comes to Dex.
Okay.
But like I said, I don't think he replaces the Blackbeard on the team unless you don't have Blackbeard at all. Like, so say for example you have one copy of Green Bull and one copy of Blackbeard, not super evolved, you would just use Green Bull. But if you're a long-term player, I feel like you'd use Blackbeard.
Yeah, that's fair.
Next we got Otama. I haven't even read what Otama does in PvP, to be honest. Do you have any insight on Otama?
Confusion, like waifu.
Oh, she's a confusion character.
Pretty scary. Yeah,
she's
more for defense.
Right.
Style units. But she made my Snake Man miss, like he got confusion. So, yeah, just not bad.
Right, so she's a weird character that gives level 6 speed and recovery to Dex, and then level 5 attack and crit to Free Spirit. And then her special does the confusion for 2 enemies for 15 seconds. But it's only a 40% chance. That's pretty low. Plus she
40,
heals.
Okay.
So she's probably just an option, I guess. Like, I wouldn't run her. But I guess she is an option for these Dex teams.
Yeah.
You're kind of relying too much on a RNG at that particular point, though, so I don't think she deserves to be anything higher than option.
If it was like 80%, maybe higher, but 40 is too low.
Way too low. That's Otama. Bit unfortunate. She seems like a really good legend in regular play, but otherwise, nah. Alright, let's do Law and Ace, and then we'll get into the crux, because this is the fun stuff here. Law. I don't think Law really got a buff in PvP. He was never really good to begin with.
He's also more defensive style unit.
Yeah, he probably still does something with his counter.
Yeah. So
his passive got a big buff though. Level 7 HP, level 6 attack. When there's 70 seconds or less, he gets level 6 defense, and then level 5 speed. So his passive is really good. However,
where do you have Kid? Legend Kid?
Sorry?
Is he? Legend Kid? Is he on this tier list?
Which kid?
The Legend one? The Dex one?
The Dex one, he's in Grand Party.
Grand Party. Maybe, okay. No. Law is an option maybe at best for now.
I can see this character being used a lot in Grand Party, to be honest. With the ability to sort of stall out, I think if you're like on the deck sort of slasher team, like these characters, and there's one character that I want to actually put in here as well, from the New Year's batch, I think that these characters can all work really nicely together. Law does a 2 times counter for 4 dex characters and himself, so like he basically just gives the entire team counter for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
He does a big 2.6 times attack, and then he restores 2,500 HP to the lowest HP unit. So I think he can definitely do some stuff.
Yeah.
Very tanky, good damage output. Yeah, he seems solid. Like the passive man is kind of crazy. After 70 seconds, you're getting level 7 HP, level 6 attack, level 6 defense, and level 5 speed. Like, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think decks have a lot of units. Like, they're good, but it's not what they need. Like, they need something else to shine again.
I agree. They're not getting in the top echelons, but like, it's nice to see that we're getting some other options for them.
Yeah.
All right, next is a big one you like, so I'll let you take the cake on this one. Exchange Ace. You're a big Exchange Ace stan.
He makes strength survive. Like, you can go against everything. Like, with Ace, Law, Luffy, Krooby, and Jack, you have like 21 defense. So, everyone with a strong quick team, you can lose. Like, and almost all top 100 defense teams, strength, use Ace.
Alright, so for now, I'm happy to put him in meta. I don't think I'd put him in godly, but would you make an argument to put him in godly?
It's tough.
I don't think he's better than Kobe. I don't think he's better than Kaido. I don't think he's better than Law.
The only thing I can argue with is, like, if these teams I face put Kaido instead of Ace, I will win easy. But when Ace is there, I would say Ace put him in meta for now, because when you use the strength team yourself, you want to use Kaido. If you're building your own strength team.
So for damage output, offensive you're using Kaido, if you're defending you're using Ace.
Yeah, I think so. Easy.
Or then we'd have to put them together. They have to go next to each other.
Because I switch between Kaido and Ace all the time. Like, because you don't replace Luffy, you don't replace Law, you don't replace Jack. So it was between Kaido and Ace.
So he does a level 6 attack buff to crew members for 20 seconds. He does 2.5 times his attack in a large sideways range. Then he does another 2.75 times attack to all enemies in a large radial range. And then when HP is 50% or below, applies level 5 attack buff to crew members. And if you have a Luffy or wipe it on the crew, apply a level 1 shield to those characters.
Yeah, I think if it's not maxed, he only gives shield
that's him
to
at max,
himself.
though, yes.
Yeah, so only gives shield to himself, but that's still solid. Like, both he and Luffy have shield, plus with Kobe, like, they are strong to defend themselves. Strength. It's hard to take them down.
Look, yeah, I think Ace is a product of strength being so good. Plus, he can go on striker teams, he can go on shooter teams, he can do some fun stuff there. Yeah. I think the problem with him is he just needs to be maxed for him to be super, super viable. However, not a lot of people have Kaido maxed, so...
yeah, I think Ace is, like, you can put it this way, he's a unit you can replace probably easy in the future. Like, it's easier to replace Ace compared to Kaido, Luffy, Kobe, because it doesn't do anything special. It's like, he's just there, providing nice defense and HP.
If we're going to say he's just there, then I'm going to put him in meta. Because he's a product of what strength is. If strength wasn't as good as it is, Ace wouldn't be good.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but I feel that's probably the same with Kaido then, to be honest. But
Kaido is still godly. Yeah. Sorry? I think Kaido deserves godly tier. Like,
alright, I'll leave him
his
there for now,
damage
but
is...
I've always been on the fence with this Kaido, but I'll leave him there for now. Alright, let's move down to the New Year's Legends, the big time stuff, the fun stuff. We're going to start it off with Yamato, because, look, in PvP, I think Yamato is probably the weakest. Do you agree?
Which one?
The Yamato.
Yeah, the weakest, correct.
I think Yamato's the weakest, but I don't know if you used her in Grand Party at all.
I did.
I really liked her in Grand
games.
Party. Like, I really liked her in Grand Party. She becomes like a pseudo Zoro, but like for 3 teams, which is cooked.
So you can just plan or pop it like immediately, or wait, and you get the shield, correct? After
gives the counter. She's the counter shield.
I think she has something else if you pop her GP specials.
Yeah, so if her GP special gives the counter, where her special herself gives provoke.
Okay, I thought her GP special did something else too. If you pop it after like 50 seconds or something.
So her burst gives a level 6 shield to the crew for 10 seconds, a level 10 attack buff to crew members, a level 4 counter to herself for 50 seconds, and then inflicts level 8 attack and speed down debuff for 40 seconds, and then a level 6 defense down as well. So she debuffs the enemy, gives you a shield, gives you a counter, and then herself, she has provoke. So if you have a character that has provoke on, where she's just taking all the shots, she's just then going to reflect them back because you just gave a level 8 attack, which is nuts. And
she's almost like a burst herself. Yeah, like the damage you get, like the counter, it's a lot.
Yeah, like it's a lot of damage.
Underrated, yeah.
Yeah, so in Grand Party, I think she's an absolute weapon. Her burst is great. Her passive's pretty good too. She gives Dex and Quick characters as well as slashes, and obviously with the new Quick Slash team, which we'll talk about last, that team works exceptionally well. The problem with her is building out a team that kind of works.
What I did find when I used her as a leader with all the buffs, building a slasher team with her was much better than Roden.
Yeah.
But you also sacrifice a lot.
Yeah, I think her problem is that she has her passive being slasher centric, but then also being Dex and Quick centric. And obviously she's not a Dex or Quick unit, so she loses all those extra buffs that she's trying to give. Plus, slashers don't really have a lot of Quick units or Dex units. You have these 3 here, and I think this is why I hold them in this Grand Party tier so strongly, because they can all work exceptionally well alongside Yamato, and you could just build out a disgustingly strong, stally defensive team and have HP cuts of Mihawk, and then just let the counters just do their work. Yeah. And then have all this healing going on.
I think she's really strong, but you need to have a good account to get the most out of her. If you lack some units, you don't bring her as a leader. Definitely.
Alright, let's move on down now to Zoro and Sanji. Everyone's favorite New Year's unit.
They are scary.
They are so scary. They are so scary. What they have done for the slasher team, I don't think people really rated how strong this ability would actually be. But getting 100% chance to haste and the disgusting amount of stats they give, man, they are crazy. Now, slashes are boosted this season, and I've just been having so much fun with slashes. But for me, bro, they go straight into godly, and they honestly make an argument for the last spot on top 10.
I think they can be top 10.
Zoro Sanji's haste ability, if you have Whitebeard and Roger, and then you get everyone ready to go, and then Zoro Sanji just pop their special, right as everyone gets their cooldowns,
Yeah.
this character goes crazy, man. The 100% chance to haste brings obviously everyone to the front. And when you've got this guy with a special, this guy with a special, this guy with a special, all ready to go, you can basically just wipe the entire team. Like, it's
you
nuts.
probably kill at least 3 units.
Oh,
depending on...
Wipehead Roger kill 2, no matter what. The only characters they don't kill are these 2 because they have revives.
Yeah.
Then the 30% HP cut, if you have Wipehead Roger go first, reduces the HP enough so these characters can almost knock out other units. You have Cracker there too, with all his CD reduction and his damage output.
Yep.
Yeah, for me, like, I don't know if it's the product that slashes are just so good at the moment.
Probably, yes. The only downside is, like, if Roger and Whitebeard dies, like with bad luck, like, you probably lose. Because they don't do any damage.
If you're running Odin and Cracker together, you have 11 CD.
Yeah.
Like, this season, slashers have an extra 3, so they had 14 cooldown reduction. I was having Roger and Whitebeard go in the first 30 seconds. Like, 28 seconds into the fight, Roger and Whitebeard were going. And if they weren't going,
also,
this guy would bring them forward.
Yeah. Exactly. And also, you have good defense. Like, you really need bad luck to like lose Roger and Whitebeard before.
Yeah, when you have you get level 6 HP and speed for the entire crew, and then level 5 attack and defense to slashers. If you have Luffy, any of the Straights basically, you get a level 10 attack buff to themselves and a level 5 defense buff to themselves. So, like, they're incredibly tanky. They have a great attack buff, and then their special gives level 8 attack and speed to slashers for 30 seconds, level 5 defense to slashers, and when you have any of the Straights, you get a 100% chance to grant haste to all slasher characters, which is mind-boggling. Like, mind-boggling.
They provide a lot. Yeah.
So for me, I've got the top 10. I'm a big slasher bias, though. I love running slasher characters. You have, like, Whitebeard Roger, Shanks Crew, K-Dad.
I will put them above Luffy Yamato. I think Luffy Yamato is last in the top 10. Because, like, all of these other units, you have them on the front. But Luffy Yamato has become more like a...
I would put Luffy Yamato 9th. I think Shinobi Raizo is definitely 10th for me. Just because, like, if this unit had a team, like, they would be crazy. But they don't have a team. Like, they're just kind of thrown onto a team with good PvP teams. Units.
Yeah.
Where Luffy Yamato, they have a striker team. Luffy Yamato has the Free Spirit team. This unit can just get chucked on, like, a bench and you're good. Where this unit's not providing too much for everyone else. Where Luffy Yamato still is.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else you want to move around in top 10? I'm actually pretty happy with how this top 10 looks. I might swap those two.
I would have Namikurina before. It's okay, but Tesoro, I was mixed with him like 1 month ago. I was like, nah, but he got my attention again to stay.
He got your attention through the quick slasher team, didn't he?
Yeah.
Now the quick slasher team has become both of our, like, almost favorite team to run because of not only the new units.
And fun. Yeah.
It's just fun to run, man. Watching the cooldown reductions of Smoothie, the cooldown reduction for yourself with Roger and Odin, it works so damn nicely. And they're the last character we're going to talk about, being a striker slasher that needs 5 slashers on the team and 8 quick units. So a bit hard to build for, if I'm being completely honest. However, the quick slasher team, man, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. And if you have
quick slasher,
you're gone.
Go on. Yeah, you can go.
I was gonna say, if you have, like, these core units and then just chuck Shiryu on the team, like, you can do so much, so quickly.
Also in Grand Party, they go, like, nuts. Also, like, with a burst, if you go first and then do a burst, like, easy win, mostly.
Yeah, they're honestly, for me, I think Roger and Odin have the second best burst ability in the game.
Yeah. What I found out, I don't know if I'm like this 5 slasher thing. Is it only for CD 3+3
For their grand party or their regular?
No, the regular passive. Or
the regular passive is if you have 5 slashes on the crew, they give level 3 CT buff to quick characters.
Yeah, and you don't need that. It's not a must have 5 slashers. Like it's good to have, but if you can build a team without 5 slashers, they're not bad. Like they can still.
Well, the upside is too, like if you were missing some of these pieces of the puzzle, right? So like I think what we first started running the team, it was Roger Odin, Smoothie, Shiryu,
Tesoro.
And then we used Tesoro and Izo Kiku. Because Izo Kiku are like our last slasher unit here. However, you can use Cracker for cooldown reductions. He's another very, very good character. He doesn't work as well as Tesoro, in my opinion, just because you don't get the defensive buff. But you could use him over something like Izo Kiku. However, I was running this sort of build where I was using Roger Odin, Smoothie, Izo Kiku, Shiryu, and Tesoro. And I was actually taking down a lot of strength builds.
Yeah.
None of the top tier, like top 1000, like, not top 1000, not the top 100 builds, but the top 1000, it was kind of cruising through them very, very nicely.
Okay, that's nice. Because I lost some games, but I like Hiyori. And Izo Kiku.
Really, really fun, because the action binding helped out a lot. Plus, there is that new PKA Whitebeard. He is a quick slasher as well. He works great as a bench unit. We were using him as our last slasher character. So if you guys are missing something like Shiryu, which is kind of a needed character, to be honest.
I think Shiryu is needed. Yeah.
But yeah.
It's a must.
So looking at the top
really
10.
Fun team. Yeah.
Looking at the top 10, we got Gear 5. I think Gear 5 has to stay first for me. His revive, his grand party abilities, all that kind of stuff. When you take all that into consideration, he is phenomenal. This Luffy, I'm happy with second. He's disgusting with his damage output. Big strength stand being yourself, Itachi. You happy with him being second?
It's okay. For me, he's number 1. Easy. But
you have number 1 easy. That's crazy. I think this is the combination, though, of like the 2 best teams in the game. You've got Free Spirit and then you got Strength.
Yeah, because I never use Free Spirit in my own teams anymore. Like, they're so slow.
Yeah.
And, like, if you want to play some games, like, just run Strength if you have this Strength Luffy.
To be fair, though, too, Itachi is the only man I know in existence that has Gear 5 6+ and doesn't use him as a Grand Party leader.
Yeah, that's
so. I will allow him to say that this Luffy is number 1. However, I just can't do it. I can't. I'll settle for number 2.
If you count Gear Grand Party, then Gear 5 is number 1.
Yeah, this guy sucks in Grand Party, man. I tried him. He's bad. Like, he's just bad.
Yeah, same.
Next, we got Roger and Whitebeard. Can't say too much else about Roger Whitebeard. They literally just kill 2 units every time they go off. Like, it's...
yeah.
Unless you're reviving,
he's been up there
you're dead.
For 2 years, he's been up there.
It's crazy, man. Like, it's just crazy. Zoro, I'm happy with him in the top 5. He's phenomenal. Grand Party abilities. Defensive teams, he works great. And...
you can put him anywhere, almost.
You can. Like, you can just throw him on Free Spirit teams, Slasher teams, Quick teams. Like, he works everywhere.
Yeah.
Nami Karina, one of the sleepers of 2023. Everyone's most hated but most wanted character. If I see Nami Karina on a team, I just don't fight it. I just skip. Just skip
for Grand Party. It's not that hard to take them down, but in normal Rumble, just skip them.
Yeah, especially that Cerebral team as well. Like that Cerebral team with them on it. Oh, bro, the defensive capabilities it can do is crazy.
Yeah.
Tesoro, probably the most versatile unit in this tier list.
Yeah.
Quick teams, driven teams, striker teams, rainbow teams, quick slasher team apparently.
Yeah, he works everywhere.
So does Jack too, though. Jack is fantastic. Probably one of the most versatile PP units. The other honorable mention I'll give is Shanks' crew. I think Shanks' crew is just as good as like these characters are, but just the way that the meta has evolved. I think Shanks'
crew is falling off.
Yeah,
because in slashers, like I don't know, man, they don't need him anymore.
I
will put it that way.
I agree. Like, they've got like this character giving defense. They've got this character giving defense. They don't need that defense that Shanks is providing, and the HP cut of Rapid Roger is enough.
Yeah, and the new Yamato, also like defensive centric unit.
Yeah, Zoro Sanji, that haste ability is just mind-bogglingly good.
One thing I would say about Zoro Sanji is like they work 100%. Like sometimes when they put a new unit out, like it doesn't work correctly, but they really haste everyone. And even if your unit is doing an attack at the same time, they still go up in the order. Like
they go last. They go last on the list, so they attack, and then they go last on the list, so they attack again.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So it's nice. They're working like they used going to.
Luffy Yamato. If you get hit by Luffy Yamato in the last 50 seconds, it's scary. Like it's a scary time.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I don't see them like top anymore, because the first 50 seconds you can't compare them to these other units.
Well, see, the thing is though, like in my offensive free spirit team, I run them over gear 5 because I'm using something like Nami Karina, I'm using Sanji, I'm using Zoro, and
interesting.
Getting through the first 50 seconds is a breeze.
Yeah.
So then having this unit ready to go in the last 50 seconds is just, it's super easy. So for me, I run Luffy Yamato,
and they also
Nami Karina,
everyone,
Sanji, Zoro, and then I have Odin.
Yeah, that is fair. Like they hit everyone. That's nothing to like look past. Like gear 5, he can miss.
Yeah.
Some units. So Luffy Yamato is still solid. Like,
definitely. And then finally, unit. Shinobu Raizo, I think they're the best PvP legend in the game right now. And I honestly don't think it's even a discussion. It's like the Smoothie's probably up there now.
Smoothie climbed, yeah. I always defended her, but like accepted that she was falling off like before. But now she's back.
She's back in full force too. But yeah, Shinobu Raizo, their action binding, 100% action bind is just wild. You can just stop a whole team, and they do 2,000 fixed damage. 2,000 fixed damage that hits 5 units. 10,000 damage, in a theory.
It sounds slow, but it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of damage, man. 10,000 damage is a lot.
Like he is annoying to face, like Nami Karina.
Yeah,
like,
their CD is really low too, so they usually go first.
So,
plus they give level 4 defense to the entire team, no matter who you're running, as long as they take hits, which works well.
Yep.
Going down to Godly now, these characters are all pretty good across the board, however you're using them. Probably the characters on the out for this sort of tier list would be like, I'd probably say like Blue Jam, honestly, is probably on his way out. Fuji's probably on his way out. Smoker, honestly, probably brings Smoker down, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just because, like, again, like, look at this bottom row. It's just all int characters.
Int.
It's just, int is so bad right now, and it pains me, because, like, everyone loved int when Rumble first hit the scene.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
But, like, the closest thing you're seeing to int in the top 10 and Godly is Roger Whitebeard.
Yep. I haven't used int in maybe, like, soon 2 years. Like, why?
I mean, I think we used them for Grand Party, and that was, like, a while ago.
Not even there. Yeah.
But other than that, like, strength teams, psi teams,
Slash versus Striker,
Slashes, Free Spirit, Strikers are all really
even Dex teams. Yeah.
I think Dex is just holding on.
Yep.
Thanks to the addition of Big Mom through the Gear 5 celebration.
Yeah. They can see use in normal Rumble, but in GP, like, they are the sacrifice team.
Yeah, the sacrifice team, as we call it. Yeah. Yep.
That takes the burst, like 1 or 2.
Just to tank those Luffy bursts.
So usually either in the middle or the first team you use.
Yep. Strength is crazy. I think King's honestly falling off too, in my opinion. I think as a bench unit,
King is overrated. Like, I have to be honest. Like, King, he's he's fantastic and he's nice to have, but he's always on the bench. Like, he's slow. If he hits, he hits. He can save you, but often he just dies. To be honest, like,
I agree. And if you're watching this video and you have Inuyasuma and you have King both at the same level, please run Inuyasuma. Inuyasuma is just better.
Yeah. I think King is getting too much attention, and everyone thinks he's like the best unit. But he's nice to have. But
I agree.
Nothing
I like
special.
running King on the bench of the strength team though, because like Kobe buffs fighters, Luffy's a fighter, so he works well there. But otherwise, just as like a throw on the bench character, I prefer running Sasaki for my slasher team, Inuyasuma for my free spirit team. Very rarely I just throw King on the bench nowadays.
Yeah, you want fast units on the bench, like that pop off, like Sanji. Almost all Rumble units are pretty fast. Like,
yeah, Blue Jam works well.
Sandersonia, yeah.
Yeah, moving on to meta. The strength meta is disgustingly strong. I probably wouldn't run waifus anymore. But like, they can still make an argument for both strength and free spirit and strikers, I guess.
Yeah, they're like, if you use them yourself, they never work. But when you face them, they're toxic.
Yeah, definitely.
So have that in mind when you build teams. Like all of these, toxic units, like they work better when you face them than when you use them yourself.
Definitely. Akainu and the quick team. I think Shiryu and Shiryu for the quick slashes, and then Cracker just for slashes in general works well. Conjurer is still great for obviously striker teams and whatnot.
Yeah.
We have this weird little Dex. I love this Sobermaster, man. This Sobermaster is so good with his level limit break. Same with Dalton.
The Dex one? Yeah.
Yep.
Also, I've been shooting.
And then
you can put him anywhere.
The other side characters, Kuzan, Roger, Law, they're all great options for your side teams if you are looking to building stuff like this up here.
I think Kuzan is overrated also.
You reckon? Man, I think this Kuzan's crazy, dude. He needs a lot of investment, though.
He has nice health cut, but...
well, he works really well against strength.
Oh, that's true.
You put him on a quick team with strength and you just let him die, and then you have like Blue Jam and stuff coming to the back end.
Yeah.
Because he has that CT.
He has some uses still. Yeah. He has some uses, but I think his time is coming.
I think it's coming, but it hasn't reached yet. Grand Party Monsters.
I think that Sanji unit, the strength one, is trash, man.
Yeah, well, to be honest. The thing is, though, if you
I see why you have him there, but as a unit, he's bad.
If you run this team, it's so funny. If you run him on Grand Party with Vivi, him, Luffy, Jack, and Kobe, the team is so fucking fast that you can just win the fight in like 30 seconds. And Otama as well. You just go so quick. And then you just pop a GP burst, Luffy fight, and you just win. It's over. Like, it's just over.
Maybe a Grand Party unit more.
That's why I put him in Grand Party Monster.
Yeah.
So, all these characters are great Grand Party options if you're looking for options on your slasher teams, on your Dex slasher teams, HB cutting options, and obviously the cheeky Tesoro strat. If you get more copies of Tesoro, once you've maxed out your 6+, save copies of Tesoro, because you can run him on multiple teams. He's that good. The level limit break 5 Tesoro is basically the same as the Super Evolution. So, you can run him across 2 teams.
Yep.
Moving on to great. These are all just great options if you guys are missing particular pieces to the puzzles above. Striker teams, quick teams, powerhouse teams, slasher teams. You guys know the vibes here. And then terrific with advantage. These characters you level them up to face their opposition, like Kaku versus Dex, Izo Kiku versus Strength, Sugar versus Strength. But again, these wouldn't be your priority if you're a newer player, more priority if you're mid to end game.
Yep.
And then finally, you got options, and if you see anything below this sort of tier, and the great unit, bad team sort of tier, anything down below here is kind of whatever. These are really good defensive options if you're looking for defensive teams, but look, this team is more... This tier list is built around offensive options more than anything, and then you can kind of go down to okay, I guess. But if you got this far in the video, Make sure to belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Thank you so much for being here, Itachi. We finally did it.
Thank you.
We sat down and we spoke Rumble.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Anytime.
This
Make sure to go check out his channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. You're always uploading stuff like PKA runs, Grand Party stuff.
Grand Party every time, yeah.
Nice.
And Rumble, yeah. Everything.
Awesome. Well, anything you'd like to say before you go?
No, I think it was really fun. It was the first time for me, so I'm happy with the list. And I think we both think alike. Like, yeah, I'm happy, and I hope we can do it again sometime.
Definitely, my man. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. Like I said, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Go over to Itachi's channel, do the same thing. But most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's